Huh. Did you know that there's over 1.1 billion videos posted on social media every single day? And there are 2.6 to 3.6 million videos uploaded to YouTube every single day. Did you know that's over 1.2 million hours of video every single day? And the likelihood, did you know, of your video or any video getting to the first page of Google or YouTube is less than 0.009%. That's without knowing what it is that I know. Instead, imagine the time, the energy, the effort, the words, the inspiration, the motivation, the shifts in consciousness, the awareness of AI being able instead to have those videos go to the first page of Google and YouTube instantaneous, to be able to place that content, that message, that notice, the charter, the proclamation. Maybe it's your landing page for this design that it is that you are here to place in front of those who are going to help you shift and attune the world to 0 point energy, or to help clear the skies or the water, or to be able to have our little offspring walk and be secure wherever it is that they go without safety or care. However, those messages of the reason why it is that you are here, to be able to connect with others who are also on your way, to be able to breathe deep, knowing that whatever hero's journey is already complete, and that whatever song, clarion call, their soul, whatever came here to be sung, there's an ecclesiastical offering that the Self Trust Academy is offering Era Arc. And that knowingness is how to place any single video on the first page of Google and YouTube instantaneous. And what's fun about the timing of where it is that we're going right now, here's some of the tools that are going to be available or are available, and some of the systems that I use that no charge, by the way, none of the stuff that I'm talking about. Email automations, I have 10 to 15 videos up and running with highly attuned mid to long tail keywords, where the YouTube channel, the video, the thumbnail, the description of YouTube, and everything sings. It's attuned. So similar to their siren's call, instead of leading to the rocks of destruction, this is leading back to that location of, well, for me, others, it would be to the rock where they built their church, to realize there's nothing there for ourselves to be able to see what's meant to be in this life. And what's fun about this time is that if you choose to play, maybe we'll get up a game with all of those who are in Era Arc, to be able to have a bag of 200,000. This is fun. just these number twos, and I'll get into that later. To realize that 10,000 views is simple when it is that you know how it is that you're going to go along this process. And to be able to find these tools and this timing where this is an official Telegram contest, you go and check it out from the founders of Telegram. And what's fun about this process is if you get keywords surfer, TubeBuddy, Uber Suggests, Google Trends, WordStream, SEMrush, there's a bunch more, 10 to 15 videos documented that have the same or similar keywords. Each of those videos has the exact same 10 to 15 keywords, and the channel does as well. And to be able to do this process is relatively simple. And the question that most come into my world is, well, Merlin, it's not really working. And that's what's fun about it, is to be able to know these processes that if the videos don't go to the first page of Google or YouTube and you don't experience passive profits, multiple rivers of passive profits, or any shifts in your life that look and feel and you're not embodying prosperity or opulence, then there's a good chance that whatever it is that you're speaking about is significantly misattuned with who you are and what you're meant to experience in this life. And that will also be a part of this. There are many who seem to simply know who they are, know what they're going to be speaking of, and do this process easily, gracefully. In the first 10 or 15 minutes of the live when we get together, they'll have everything that it is they require, and they'll be off on their way. Excellent. Go. Be well. And then there are those that say, Merlin, I don't know my purpose. I'm not sure about life in general. Suffer from anxiety or depression or anxiety or OCD or whatever it may be. So know that when we connect, the whole existence of the Self-Trust Academy, it's very simple. This is lesser magic, by the way. Suppression of delta waves lead to impaired body recovery, reduced brain magic or brain restoration, and poor sleep. And that's in the area of number 2. That's also the placenta, and that's what we abandon and they picked up, and that is in REM delta. And so what the Self-Trust Academy does is it helps to attune alpha so it does not disrupt delta. And when they attune and amplify, there's an exponential energy exchange that enhances body recovery, brain restoration. Oh, restoration of property, recovery of property. Oh, yeah. It'll be curious how life changes when you don't abandon this shit that they picked up, this number 2. So simply knowing we're going to be going through the process of when we're attuning this channel to be able to claim the channel of information that was, well, available at all times, very restoring, very recovering, optimal sleep. They said it's only available at the deepest sleep of and parts of REM. In reality, it is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. However, with the alpha waves presented there that are disruptive, the alpha force, go alpha force, In the delta, in that littoral space, that literal space where the X marks the spot and they bury what? This is the result. Sleep deprivation, Parkinson's, schizophrenia, diabetes, insulin, fibromyalgia, alcoholism, narcolepsy, depression, anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. All of this, more and more and more, simply from misattuned alpha and delta. And that's what it does. And this is how the system is set up. And if you know what it is that I'm going to be also helping you with, is to be able to, instead of experiencing the Fibonacci sequence, where fib I notch I, this is their world, and this is what we do. This is the expansion, the embodiment, the the exponential energy exchange. This is how we're meant to live. This is what we're giving away. If we choose to believe in their concept of ion, their concept of energy, in this conception moment, if we know that we were here before fertilization and going to be here well beyond last breath, that we know that this difference in this concentration gradient will no longer be required to be volunteered, no longer abandoned, and truly known and felt within that when alpha and delta harmonize, life, yum, different. And to be able to sum that up so that wherever you are in any phase of life, that it is that they have you thinking that you're stuck in, simply know that yes, through this process, you're going to be able to sell your widgets and your gadgets and your affiliate stuff on the first page of Google and YouTube, and be able to have an automated system that emails will be sent out and time you'll be freed up and have the money and have the resources and have the availability to travel and live and document and whatever it is that your heart, oh, so looking forward to you just, bro, doing it. Yeah. So during this process of knowing how to attune any video so it lands on the first page of Google, YouTube, or any search engine in the world, know that there is going to be also information provided, human design, gene keys, Enneagram, so that you're able to truly know the avatar. This is not me. This is a meat suit. This is an avatar. It's got a sacred geometry, shakya, transmitting utility. That when we know it has 37 trillion cells, 2 trillion volts, and when WhatsApp, it's a different world out there. And to see beyond Antarctica and to go beyond all of the planes of existence of time and space, and to be everything and nothing and all thoughts and no thoughts and everywhere and nowhere and all avatars and no avatars, and to be here still and to realize their reptilian state, that it is that you've got 9 seconds to downregulate the autonomic nervous system of this concept of the adopted vessel of the submarine subconscious that locks you in through adrenaline and cortisol. For a man, 9 hours after 9 seconds, and a woman 24 hours after 9 seconds. And if none of that made sense yet, and you're just stoked to get your art on the first page of Google and YouTube and be able to sing the song of your soul that came here to be sung, stoked. And your life is lovely, yeah. And your offspring are with you, and you have a beautiful place to domicile. And this is not an issue. You sleep well, you recover naturally, you restore easily, and life is sweet. Then you must be the person in the suit of the sovereign. And the sovereign sojourns with his regal retinue wherever that may be. And if your life is not sweet, and you have not found the sweet of the sovereign, is that sweet as in tasty? Is it sweet as in the 13th floor? Wait a second, is that the person? Is he talking about the all caps person? Is he talking about the minor state? What is he talking about? What are they talking? Oh shit, the place where the sovereign sojourns with his regal retinue. Regal kingly, retinue reunite, uterine, placenta, yeah, wherever that may be in the unknown. And that's what we're going to be playing with, is the play dynamics in the unknown, to be able to attune their system so that you don't freak out. It's similar to that book, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't freak out in the unknown. That's where this is all going. When the avatar no longer gets triggered and goes into a grief cycle for 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years, or 2 lifetimes, or 2 limbo sequences, to be able to speak and to regain that channel, to be able to call out of wherever it is that it thinks that it's stuck, and realizes that it's not required to be there anymore, then I'll say life shifts very quickly. And we're going to be diving into the basics of how to do that. And as I said, in the first 15 minutes, you'll know how to get any video on the first page of Google and YouTube instantaneous, and you're not required to stay at all. Though those who are at this place where they say, Merlin, restoration does sound optimal, recovery does sound optimal for the body and the property. Restoration, restore that property. Absolutely. And to be able to attune and harmonize that into multiple channels, to be able to, oh Manny, does it require to attune at this of what it is? As a 2-4 splenic manifester, this is my natural state peace. It's beautiful to be able to, this, yeah, this, and to be able to know that wherever it is that you see yourself here, and wherever that the subconscious has been programmed, to be able to attune that during this process as well, so that there is no yoke around your neck, and there is no burden of light that happens to be everything that it is that you know. And to know that we're not required to die daily, and their contract, and there's so much that I could say. I'm not going to get into it. Listen, you got things to say. I've got things to say. I haven't seen my sons in almost 4 years, and I'm not sure what it is that your life, how that looks. They took my gravity ship, my 4-wheel gravity ship. They took my 2-wheel gravity ship. And to be able to know that what Era Arc has already achieved, and Brandy and Ryan have already done, and they've already provided the world as an exponential energy exchange, I felt called to match them or provide, and I couldn't match what it is that they're doing, simply doing it in my own way to be able to shift the world and to that what it is that I already know is there. Not really shifting the world, it's simply helping itself realize what it already is. And that process, if you'd like to stay along for day 2, day 3, day 4, do it like a 5-day challenge. Really help those who may have been really struggling with this. I recall this man. We'll just go to this man, see what it is. We're gonna go to Merlin R. Sparks. And this man right here. He was a slob of a cop. He had Parkinson's. He had a stroke. He had testicular cancer. He had, diabetes. And now he is an energy productivity coach. Get that. He's been on some of the biggest stages of the world. He's one of the most beneficial and valuable coaches that you probably have never met in your life. And it's fun to know and be able to have been here and have helped so many that when they know how to unleash themselves from what it is that has been keeping them down, then they know what it is that they're meant to do. And they know who and where they are meant to meet and go. And to be able to be at this place where when you know what it is that you're meant to do and you're meant to see and how it is that you're meant to help others, and life is easy and there is no burden, and you are ready for the next level, we'll be going into that as well, so that any part of what it is that may be misattuned, so that you'll be able to hear those messages from yourself, that's also available. And it's where, similar to Brandy, she knows, and she knows that she knows. Yeah, I can pull up some star charts and personality stuff, and if I didn't even know her, I'd be able to pinpoint who she's meant to be or fated to be, and her mission and vision and purpose in life. I don't require her to do that. She's locked in. She knows what it is that she's doing. And there are so many who don't. Yet. And that's also what's available if you stick around. And with that, happy hump day. And yeah, if you'd like to get started before we meet, and that would be optimal, ahumandesign.com. Place this information in, type, strategy, authority, profile, incarnation cross. Simply look at those. Go to Eclectic Energies Enneagram Test. Choose this first test, Know Your Wing. For myself, 5 wing 6, self-preservation, sexual. Integrated the 8 and integrated the 7 as well. Also, the 5-wing 4, fully balanced. It's pretty fun. Human design is a 2-4 splenic manifestor with a right angle cross of explanation 4. And when it comes to gene keys, this is the third element. For myself, and I speak myself, the cell F is all about clarity. What I appreciate about these systems is I know when I'm optimal. I know when I'm normal. I know when I'm stressed. I know when there's patterns and conditioning, preconditioning. We're talking about 12 to 16 generations back. Ancestral trauma, or epigenetic trauma, whatever you want to call it. 65,536 men and women, they say, are trauma or stuck in the genes. And to be able to have those gene keys to know that when is Merlin attempting to unconsciously self-destruct or manipulate himself or others or gaslight himself on what he's capable or possible or everything in that nature, and to really know thyself at that level so that I don't manipulate myself anymore into a stressed, destructive, self-deprecative state of, well, thinking about non-existence and unaliving myself. Absolutely not. That was MK Ultra bullshit that was put out by radar and frequencies and Wi-Fi and all that stuff. And we'll get into that story later. To be able to know the difference that that's not my thought. That has nothing to do with me. And to be able to be water and have those thoughts, there are no thoughts that I think, I simply know. And having the difference between what is known and what is thought, and knowing how the design or the sacred geometry of the auric field flows with ease and grace and power and beauty with no words. There's so much that's offered in this opportunity to land any video on the first page of Google. Serious. There's a $200,000 opportunity that's speaking about digital freedom, and that's happening right now. And to be able to have that ability for the rest of your life, it doesn't matter if they've got a $200,000 contest or you've got something that you're offering, whether it's a Airbnb or product or service or a cream or a salve or a art, whatever it might be. You've got an opportunity. People might think that you're lucky. How do you do it? How do you turn on and off credits and revenue so that you never struggle anymore? You simply are transitioning through all these shifts seamlessly. And we're going to be going over that. So yeah, if you want to be there for the first 10 or 15 minutes when we get this going, great. I'll show you how to do that. Super simple. It's in the properties. It's semicolon delineated, 10 to 15 keywords in the channel settings of YouTube, in the properties of the video, in the properties of the thumbnail. Same keywords, comma delineated in YouTube description and keywords. Have a SEO rich description and title, and speak those keywords into the videos in there. I already told you how to do it. It's super simple and easy. Now the question is, how do you get multiple rivers of passive profit? Well, a system similar to, I use Groove. It's no charge email sequences. I'm able to do landing pages, webinars, memberships, no cost. It's pretty fun. I'll show you how to do all that. And if you are truly interested and would imagine I'm aging instead of aging, I'm aging. No, I'm not aging. I'm aging. And for those who are ready to feel, I mean, not to get in the story, when I was 13, the back was broken. They told me I would never walk past my early 20s. And I run and I jump and I play, and it wasn't always that way. I used to shit blood for years due to internal stuff that's no longer there. Used to sleep really bad. Used to not have any energy. Used to be on the couch for months at a time, multiple years in a row. I'm talking 6 months out of commission. The breadwinner of a family. Oh, fuck. Down and out. And to be able to be up and active and thriving would be fun to hang out for a little bit. So it's a little bit about me. Tend not to ramble on when there's others, to be able to answer questions and explain things to make it easier. And with that note, I'm going to go play in the sun and enjoy the waterfall that is available. And if you all are there, it'll probably be around 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And we'll go for 2 or 3, 4 days, 5 days, whoever wants to be there. Document it all. If you can't be there, it'll be documented. It'll be within the Telegram group, and you'll be able to connect with myself or others who have this information and know how it is to be able to be the mirror so that you are ready to see and to know the channel and to experience the channel, to express the channel, and to be able to, yeah. Sure, there might have been voices in the past, though when that one voice comes through and it's yours, it's a game changer. And with that message on the first page of Google and YouTube, rough. Arr. be a pirate, similar to Monkey D. Luffy. And maybe we'll set sail together. So with that, ta-ta. We'll see you when we see you.